Hello class, and welcome to today's math lesson about comparing metric lengths. This is going to be similar to how we compared different objects in inches and feet, where we were seeing which objects were longer, which ones were shorter. We're just comparing different objects by lining them up with the same unit of measurement. So we're going to warm up our brains with the problem of the day, which has to do with money. Luke has 50 cents in his pocket. He bought a pencil for 12 cents and gum for 25 cents. How much money did he have left? Well, let's pull out the important information. You can solve along with me or pause and play to see the answer. So we know he has 50 cents in his pocket. That's how much he has. He's going to spend it on something. He bought a pencil for 12 cents and a gum for 25 cents. How much money did he have left? Okay, so we need to find out how much left. There are two ways to solve this problem. I'm going to show both ways so you can have both strategies under your belt. So here's way number 1 over here and way number 2 over here. The first way to do it is you start with his 50 cents. And he goes, oh, he spent 12 of it, so we're going to subtract. More on the floor, go next door, borrow 10 more. So then we subtract, okay? 38 cents, do my escalator. And then he spends another 25 cents. Do the math. And that gives you how much he's left with, 13 cents. Now, if you don't like looking at it that way, you can do it this way. You can add up the total of the things that he bought. 5 plus 2 is 7, 2 plus 1 is 3. Then you're going to subtract that amount from, this was adding, now we're going to subtract our new amount by 50, the total amount he had in his pocket, to see how many cents were left. More on the floor, go next door, borrow 10 more, and we should get the same answer. You get 13 cents both ways. It depends how you like to solve the problem. Which strategy did you use? Strategy 1 or strategy 2? Sandy measured her foot with a meter stick. What other tool would have been a better choice? Now remember, this time we're looking between a centimeter ruler and a meter stick. A meter stick is the really, really long one, and a centimeter ruler is about the size of an inch ruler. So which one makes more sense to measure your foot? I hope you said centimeter ruler, because that's what I would have used. But cm for centimeter ruler. Would you use a centimeter ruler or a meter stick to measure a horse? Well, a horse is pretty big. So which one of these is bigger, centimeter or meter stick? It's a meter stick. So think meter stick when you're thinking big. Think centimeter when you're thinking small. Which tool would be best to measure the width of a window? So windows are pretty big. I'm looking at the one right in front of me. And we have different tools here. It says, would we use grains of rice, centimeter ruler, meter stick, paper clips? Well, even if I put a ruler by my window, I would need more than one. So usually if I need more than one ruler, that's a hint that I need a meter stick. They talk about grains of rice. Grains of rice are very small, and we need so many of them. And same with paper clips. Centimeter ruler is a logical choice, but it's a little too small for a window. So I say a meter stick would be the best choice. So we're going to start by practicing measurement. It says, find a pair of scissors in the classroom and compare the length to a thumbtack. Measure the length, compare the measurements using longer or shorter. Now, I don't have these objects with me, so I'm going to put my ruler on the screen and measure. So when I measure, I see that the scissors are 4 centimeters in length, and my thumbtack is about 1 centimeter in length. The length of the thumbtack is inches. So we want to know how many, so the digit, the number here, how many, a thumbtack, is it bigger or smaller than the scissors? Smaller, so it's inches shorter. And to find the difference, remember difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. We get 3. The thumbtack is 3 inches shorter. Now challenge your brain. If we were talking about the scissors, we would say the length of the scissors is 3 inches longer. You would just flip the word. All right. So here's another word problem where we're going to have to pull out that information to help us solve. I always, again, suggest using a picture. I like to draw pictures to help me with my math. Vera is constructing a fence that is 14 meters long. I'm going to underline Vera. Paul is constructing a fence that is 9 meters long. How many meters longer is Vera's fence than Paul's? So I'm going to put V for Vera. Her fence is 14 meters long. So I'm going to just do a basic fence like that. And I'm going to say 14 meters. Then we have Paul. I'm going to compare it at the same spot. His is about 9 meters. So I'm going to write 9 meters for Paul. So how many meters longer is Vera's fence than Paul? So it already gave us the hint of what word we're going to use. So Vera's fence is meters longer than Paul's. But now we need to find it by how much. To find that, we need to find the difference. You subtract the shorter fence from the longer fence. So 14 minus 9 is 5. Which means Vera's fence is 5 meters longer than Paul's fence. For your Explore and Explain page today, you're going to find 2 objects, and you're going to measure them with your centimeter ruler, the one that you hopefully printed out at home or that you found around the house, and then you're going to circle the object that is longer. So I'm going to measure what I find on my desk. So I'm going to measure my phone, which my phone is about 15 centimeters. Make sure when you do it, you draw a picture too of your object and label it. So my phone and then I'm going to measure my desk, which comes to much bigger, 74 centimeters. It's kind of a desk. It's actually kind of my dresser. But it uses as a desk. I'm going to say dresser. And then I'm going to circle this guy because the dresser is definitely much longer than my phone. So on See and Show, you can see what it talks about with the comparisons. It says you can compare the length of objects. This racket is 69 centimeters. That other racket is 76 centimeters. So when you compare them, you can say the blue tennis racket is 69 centimeters long. The green tennis racket is 76 centimeters long. The blue racket is 7 centimeters shorter than the green racket. I think it's important that you're looking for the order that they have the words and where they put blue and green. And I'm going to double check their work. They subtracted the shorter from the longer, so they put the bigger number here minus the shorter number. So this was, sometimes I like to put green if my marker likes to work. Blue, so I remember which one is which. I do my math. Oh, we gotta do some regrouping. Oh, and we indeed get 7. So let's start out here. It says find the objects, measure them, and write the length. Write longer or shorter. So we have lunchbox and a key. I do have those 2 objects with me. So I'm going to measure a lunchbox. And yours might be different than mine, and that's okay. So my lunchbox is 26 centimeters. And remember, if you don't have the exact objects, you can improvise. You can change it around a little bit. But try your best for what you have. So now, if you can hear my keys jingling, I'm going to measure my classroom key, which is 6 centimeters. So the lunchbox is centimeters. Well, the lunchbox is definitely longer, so we can put that. I like to use the word first. Then I can do my math. 26 minus 6, get the difference. That lunchbox is 10 centimeters longer. All right, you guys, I believe in you for the rest of this math. Just remember that you are finding the difference between problems, which is subtraction. And be careful when you're reading to solve for longer or shorter. All right, 2nd grade, I believe in you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.